And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Jones again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 22. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Stafford on first down. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford looks to throw again. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out quickly to London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond, but on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Patterson again. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left. That one caught downfield by Watson. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 53 yards. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Bird to return from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Play fake, Mariota. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mariota now. Got his man, it's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now, Mariota. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. From the gun, Mariota. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and 10, it's Patterson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mariota. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mariota, rolling to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts yards. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got some... And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Kylan Hill, 57 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
First down, Mariota. Here's a diving catch right side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Mariota's throw taken in by Ridley here. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A right side run with Patterson. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. John Fitzpatrick taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in the tough spot with that interception.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Here's Mariota. Able to find Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll run with Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Now Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, Mariota.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them. And they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie our score at 14. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So, advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
Steps away to his left.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him.
And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. but the execution was pretty darn good.
Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
4th down, Mariota. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. So a win here for the Packers. Man, we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.